What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on another 4Runner. This is a 2011 and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be changing the rear shocks on this, and we'll have another video on this one as well. It's going to be doing the front struts on it, but the rear shocks are a little bit easier, so I'm going to start with these, and if it doesn't take as long I might turn it into one video, but the fronts will take a little bit longer because there's a lot more stuff you have to take off. But to do this, you're going to need a 17 and 19 on the factory ones. 17 millimeter nut up here, 19 wrench to hold that right there while you take that nut off. And then down here on the bottom, that's a little dark, but right there, that is a 17 as well. So you can use a socket on that one. And then I had to use a hammer and like a pry bar to hit this to get it off because they were pretty tight on there. And once you get that loose and that off, it'll move around enough to where you can get a hammer, hit it somewhere down here, and knock it off. Let me set y'all up, get you all situated so y'all can kind of watch this a little bit easier without me kind of moving y'all around like that. So let me get my tripod. So I get y'all set up so y'all can kind of watch this. On the other side, this nut up here wasn't that tight. Get that on there. Break it loose, and while I'm doing this I can let y'all know what it was doing for me to do the struts and the shocks. So test drove it, and when we test drove it we found out that every time you hit a bump, I mean it would bounce 6-7 times as it was on front and rear. And I'll show you once I get this off. I've already done the driver's side, this is the passenger side. They're about the same on either one, but when we took this off, I could push the other side down super easy. Like I could probably use like 2 fingers and just push it down with no resistance. So I knew these were getting pretty bad whenever I test drove. Also, we did front brakes, but I've done I think a couple videos on brakes on one of these. They're pretty simple. Don't tend to do a lot of rear brakes on here, but front brakes, every time you hit the brakes it would like shake like crazy. And the pads were fairly good, but I think somebody just changed the pads and didn't do anything with the rotors. Which, if you're going to do brakes, at least turn the rotors if you can. I know it's about $20 a rotor now, where I can get rotors not much more than that with my brake packages and stuff. But just perks of having a commercial account too. But yeah, taking this off isn't that bad. You can't even hardly get a ratchet wrench up in here just by the way that this is situated in there. I mean, if it's your car, by all means you can get a hammer this in there and probably get a ratchet wrench, but this is not my car. And if it was mine, I would probably knock it in a little bit, just saying, but like I said, again, this isn't my car, so I'm not going to be doing that. About through with it. So on that one, it just popped out for me, which kind of glad, but normally what I had to do on the other side is I got this pry bar, striking pry bar, put it in there and just used my hammer and popped it up and it come out pretty easy. Then let me move y'all around so y'all can see. Maybe it's a little dark. So I moved y'all around. I don't know how well y'all can see this, but right there is our bolt. And I have my bolt right there. I don't know how well I can see it. Like I said, for some reason it's dark. I don't like that. Moved y'all back to where I know that it can show y'all some stuff. So we're just going to take my hammer right here and I'm just going to take it and it's about off. Just want good whack, and they come right off. So this one, I mean, I'm pushing it in by hand. You can see it's going in. No, it's close up. But yeah, this one, same way. Just push it in by hand. I'm going to show you all the new ones. So here they are. Here's the old ones. Man, look how easy it goes in. I'm not even pushing hard at all. You see how it's just coming out. I mean, yeah, those are pretty much shot. So we went with Monroe OE Spectrums, and part number is right here. It's hard to see. It's 37270. Here is everything. I'll show y'all a little trick. Putting these back on. So what we're going to do, we're going to put our washer on, and then we're going to put our bumper on. Also, there's a big and small side. Small side goes up against the frame. So put that in. I know it's got a little plastic piece on it, but that's what we're going to cut. And now we're going to cut it, and we're going to guide it up in there. Okay. And now we're going to cut the bottom one. Go ahead and put the bolt back on the bottom one while we're at it. I kind of pause there. Alright. Now we're going to get a jack stand, and the way we're going to do this, want y'all down. This underneath. And we're just going to jack the car up a little bit. Wind starting to blow. Now come back up, and you can see that that's kind of positioned itself in a little spot. Again, small side goes down. Forgot to tell y'all, put that in first. That was my fault. Same thing with the nuts. Just gonna thread that on. Like I said, those are 19 millimeters. So we got to get two 19 millimeter wrenches and just kind of thread that on. I'm not going to bore y'all with threading that down real quick. That way I can get kind kind of shell. That way I'm not boring y'all with that, and I can get torque spec for this bottom one. I forgot what it was. There is the upper nut and cushion assembly right there, and then that nut right down there. We're going to torque that down now. That is 72 foot-pounds, and got my torque wrench. Now, well, y'all can see that. Come on, focus. But it says 72. You have to trust me. But you got it at 72. Alright. And then after you do that, check it. 72.4. Now, all you gotta do is throw your tire back on. Tire torques to 83 foot-pounds. And that's it. If y'all got any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. It's pretty straightforward. Nothing major on doing this. Just make sure you got a jack up the tire so you can get this back through here. But for the most part, it is pretty easy to put these on. The fronts are what's going to be the hard thing. You'll see that in the next video as I struggle with it probably a couple of times. I haven't even done this side, but the driver's side was pretty annoying just because a lot of stuff's in the way. But like I said, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Also, that right there torques to 18, but you can't really get a torque wrench in there. You can get a crow's foot, but you have to adjust your torque wrench to like a lateral type of torque spec thing in here if you have a digital one, because it is a little bit different with a crow's foot than it is a regular socket. But just kind of go off your own judgment on that. I kind of go to how like compressed the bushing is. So like I said, just if you got anything, let me know. Don't have pertaining to the 4Runner or any kind of car, hit me up on comment section or Instagram. I can help y'all out, send y'all the work instructions, diagrams, stuff that you might need or want. But as always, y'all remember, torque is tight. Y'all have a great day.